Good to be back.
Now you're reading poetry.
So now I'm gonna read some poems.
Oh shit!
You guys didn't know that I could actually read. I didn't memorize those shits because it was awesome to look at. Like, I don't know how to read. I'm gonna try to read some poems to you guys. They're all about cats. That's not true, I fucking hate cats. They're all about murdering cats in cold blood. Eating them. No, do you guys know, like, I really like hand food, you know, like little, like, egg rolls or whatever, or, like, kittens are the best hand food. They're noisy. They come with that peel on the back, like, you just peel them open by the tail.
Read poetry.
Now that I'm on the audience's side. Alright, so I just wrote a poem about my grandma, who is Polish, and Baba is the Polish word for grandma. So I'm going to read another poem about her. Actually, it's in her voice, I guess. So this poem that I've never read here at Auntie May's, that I've never actually read in front of anybody who is a living human being, is called Baba Sits You on the Kitchen Table and Teaches You All the Old School Curses. Say, I hope your lover is a broken tugboat. Say, you will wake up in the body of Sacagawea with white man allergies. Say, if you run over a fox, you'll take his heart with you, and one by one, foxes will run into the highway, giving themselves over to the night, and before you know it, poof, there goes the ecosystem. Good. Say, may you never see the old world. Don't say, your mama's so fat. Instead, your mama ain't never made winter soup of her dead husband, doesn't know how to take marrow and make heat, uses both hands to roll dice, motherfucker. Say, son of a Mayflower. Say, daughter of the American Revolution with the breath of a musket. Good. Say, I hope your backyard erupts into a field of three-leaf clovers which smell unmistakably of wet dog. Say, your firstborn will be a terrible but dedicated violinist. Say, your great-grandparents will die, and your grandparents will die, and your parents will die, and you will never quite remember the story they always told about some town with a name as braided as rope, some kind of splinters in a man's palms. This is a poem I wrote about a friend of mine. His name is Bobby Weekend. I gave him that name. It's called Bobby Hasn't Eaten in 3 days. I tell my students to start with that line and see what happens. Find out what their skulls are good for. I'm thinking of Bobby Sands, of course, but they don't know history. They don't even know who Chuck D is, though they've all watched Flavor of Love with varying degrees of Allegro. One of them says Bobby is between jobs. Too many of them say anorexia nervosa, like they know what it means to bake a fat, sweet cake and serve it all to their older sisters, watching every bite like a firework. I'm surprised when one says that he doesn't know Bobby, and then writes something completely unrelated, a poem about mountaintop removal. I want to say, why not name the mountain Bobby? That would be a stupid name for a mountain, right? My friend Bobby Weekend, who I nicknamed years ago, calls me later in the day and says he's 3 months clean. He's not even thirsty anymore. I say good. He will be again. I don't tell him that. He knows. His nickname almost didn't stick because one day, drunk, he climbed on top of a moving car and fractured his skull on the windshield. And everybody started calling him Bobby Windshield. And we thought it was funny back then. It's not like we called him Bobby Nightstick, or Bobby Overdose, or Bobby Heartbreak. It's not like he didn't laugh a goon's laugh and piss his new name off the roof.